Hello, Durud and Shalom. How's everyone doing? I see the chat is already busy. Fantastic. Guys, today, I am going to be responding to the nonsense from Cenk. Is that his name? Cenk? I don't know exactly how to pronounce his name, but you guys asked, and I will deliver. I will deliver. Again, guys, after the show is over, leave in the comment. Tell me which anti-Israeli liar we should go after next. Okay? Tell me, because you asked me, and we're going after this guy now, Cenk, and I'll listen to you guys. Okay, so just let me know. Let me see who's in the chat, but let me actually put this guy on the screen first so that when people show up, they know what we're talking about. Let me remove the banner because I think I don't need the banner because the images are pretty, indicative of what we're talking about today. Let me see who's in the chat. I see Jack is here. I see Stephanie's here. I see Unusual AI, Jenny D, Deborah, Angry Keyboard Warrior, Mohsen is here. Fantastic. Thank you guys for being here. Debbie, Mortal Wombat. Mortal Wombat, never change your profile picture or else I'm not going to know who you are, given that I only see usernames now. Okay, Deborah is here. Whoop is here. Fantastic. All right, hey. Okay, guys. I have a very good show for you guys because it's really easy to respond to these people. However, we're going to cover a whole bunch of other points that many people don't know, and it's going to give you ammunition in discussions against people who spread lies against Israel. This show has you covered. This show will give you the opportunity to respond to. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Somebody just gifted a membership. Thank you. Oh, no, somebody just became a member. Somebody with a name that I cannot pronounce, but thank you so much for being wow, you became Hell's CEO. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I don't know who you are. Let me actually highlight this, but that's thank you guys. Becoming members is a really good way to support the channel, especially in such a high tier membership. Samantha is here. Jewish Samantha is here. Shauna is here. Jenny, fantastic. Okay, let's just get started. We're saying hi for too long. Okay, let's just watch this, and then I'll respond to it. Okay, ready for a whole bunch of lies and nonsense against Israel? All right, let's go.
Pierce, now that I've been called a Nazi, can I respond?
No,
Pierce, may I respond?
No, because I haven't finished the goddamn sentence. You think you own everything.
Go ahead,
you don't own everything, Rabbi Shmuley. You don't own the American people. By the way, when is America going to get its $300 billion back? What Israel is doing is saying we get to murder, we get to kill, and you can't call us any names. We get to call all Muslims who fight back against us terrorists. We get to attack all of our neighbors. They attacked Syria again today. We get to break all the laws. We get to commit war crimes. And I'm telling you right now, just like the Germans, you do not have the right to commit war crimes, to commit a genocide, to kill all those children. Israel is now one of the most monstrous states I have ever seen in my lifetime. They commit endless terrorism. They rob the American people of our money to rob Palestinians of their land.
Okay, there's so much nonsense fit into just a couple of seconds. This whole thing was only 50 seconds. And there's so much. Okay, first of all, a whole bunch of it was just buzzwords with no arguments or nothing. No, let's listen.
Pierce, now that I've been called a Nazi, can I respond? Pierce, may I respond?
So yeah, very just calling people who disagree with you Nazis. Again, Cenk does that all the time. He compares Israel to Nazi Germany, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's insane. To go around calling Jews Nazis is absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. I mean, even if you wanted to act like Israel is evil, do you see how different the numbers are? I mean, the fact that even that we live in a world right now that the things that we get upset over justifiably is numbers of people killed in tens of thousands instead of hundreds of thousands, instead of millions. That shows how much progress we have made, right? We didn't go from millions being killed in wars to hundreds of thousands. We went from millions to tens of thousands, and people don't appreciate how much progress that is. And to compare, even if Israel was in the wrong, which is not, Israel is defending itself, and it's doing a really good job at it. Even if it was in the wrong, to compare numbers that are in tens of thousands to crimes committed by a genocidal regime that was in the millions is insane. Even if you guys were right that Israel is evil. But yeah, let's continue. Somebody said I used to love him. I like the fact that you're saying I used to love him. Yeah. So Jack is saying, why did he accuse him of thinking he owns America? Sounds conspiratorial. Yeah, because he's a Jew, and the accusation is that Jews think that they own everything, that they can control everything. It's basically an anti. He kept on he keeps on acting like he's not anti-Semitic, but he keeps using when they want to attack Israel. The way they attack Israel is just constantly using anti-Semitic tropes, which is, pretty obvious.
No, because I haven't finished the goddamn sentence. You think you own everything.
Go ahead,
you don't own everything, Rabbi Shmuley.
You look, he says, you think you own everything. You don't own everything, Rabbi. Who is this accusation against? Again, these people want to keep acting like they're anti-Israeli only and not anti-Jewish, but we know that the conspiracies are that the Jews think that they own the world and that they get to control everything. So obviously, and the fact he said, you think you own everything, Rabbi. So he reminds, obviously this is targeting him being a Jew, right?
You don't own the American people. By the way, when is America going to get its $300 billion back?
When is America going to get this $300 billion back? Let me think. As soon as Israelis could get the lives of the soldiers who died fighting America's enemy back. How about that? How about United States can get back its $300 billion when Israel can get back the lives of the Israeli soldiers who died fighting America's enemies? How about that? Is that a good deal? Is that a good deal? Is that a good deal? By the way, the $300 billion is with conditions that they did $300 billion, and honestly, that's not enough. Whatever the number is, gets invested in America. It comes with conditions. Every time the United States support Israel with military expenses, Israel spends that in US's defense industry, which creates jobs and basically brings the money back right into America. So there's that. Also, it's a win-win-win. It's a win for United States. It's a double win for United States because, first of all, the money is coming back right into the United States, investing in the United States and creating jobs in the United States, and making the US's economy more active. But at the same time, is making Israel go fight people who want to destroy America. Israel's enemies are America's enemies. And United States is getting such huge return on investment in every dollar that it uses to support Israel. Every dollar that United States gives to Israel to fight America's enemy is $10 saved, because if United States wanted to get involved directly, it would have costed so much more money fighting somewhere so far away from its land. Somebody's saying, Armin, bro, why don't you go in Piers Morgan show to debate? Well, because they won't, I'm too small to get invited there. That's my email. If you guys want to push for me to get invited on big shows, just email them and give them my email. Or basically, if you know anybody that could get me on a big show, that's my email, armin.navobi@gmail.com. So you guys could help me out, make stuff like that happen. But, I contacted everybody. You guys could help me out, make it happen. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's a very good way of looking at it. I'm just saying it's more a discount than free stuff. Well, yeah, but also it's more of a discount for United States than a discount. So United States is helping Israel by giving it discounts on its military equipment. But I think it's actually the United States that is getting a discount, because the United States is getting a discount at the cost of what it takes to fight the people who want to attack Americans, who want to destroy America.
Israel is doing is saying we get to murder, we get to kill, and you can't call us any names. We get to call all Muslims who fight back against us.
So here's the part. He say you don't. This is what people who don't understand how free speech works. When they're anti-Semitic and when they're conspiratorial and when they're lying, when you call them out on their lies, they act like their free speech is being violated. They say, you're telling us that we don't get to. No, nobody's stopping you from lying. But if you're free to lie, then we are free to call it out. It's so amazing how these idiots, every time they get called out, they act like their permission to say what they want to say is being challenged. Nobody is taking away your right to spread bullshit. You can spread your bullshit all you want, but your right to be able to spread all of this bullshit doesn't mean that you also have a right not to hear the consequence, not to hear a response, not to get challenged, not to get the pushback. You see how insane this is, that they're saying like, oh, you are telling us that we don't get to call you this. You get to call anybody whatever you want. Other people are just responding to you. But you see how insincere they are? People are criticizing them and they're trying to act like them being called out is other people, Jews specifically, trying to control other people's. So if you criticize somebody, if a non-Jew criticizes somebody, that's just a criticism. But if a Jew criticizes you, oh, Jews, these people think that they have control over what people say. They think that they have a right to tell us to take our permission away from saying whatever we want. You see how they frame it? See, like how all that is happening is somebody responding to your unfair characterization of Israelis and Jews, and you're trying to play it. You're trying to act like you're the victim. You're trying to act like these Jews think that they could control the world, and because they think that, they get to stop you from saying what you want to say. You see how they're framing it? That he's trying to play the victim.
When is America going to get its $300 billion back? What Israel is doing is saying we get to murder, we get to kill, and you can't call us any names. We get to call all Muslims.
First of all, they get to kill, they get to murder, they get to defend themselves. Yes, Israel gets to eliminate the threats to Israel. We get to kill, we get to murder. It's called having an army and defending your country against its threats, defending your borders, defending your citizens against those who wish us harm. Yes, that's what armies are for. That's what every country has in case there's a threat to it, to go take out the people who want to cause you harm. But oh no, it's murder. Based on this characterization, just having an army turns you into a murderer. You're killers and murderers. Every country has an army, and every country's government has the responsibility to take out the people who are trying to harm your citizens or challenge your borders.
We get to call all Muslims who fight back against us terrorists. We get to attack all of our neighbors.
All Muslims, yes, all Muslims that's a fair characterization. We get to call all Muslims who want to attack us terrorists. Guys, should I tell him, or are you going to tell him? That's because they are terrorists. That's what if Muslims are trying to attack a democratic country, if they want to harm people, if they want to kill civilians, we call them terrorists because let me think. Because that's what they are. What the hell? Like, oh, we get to call Muslims who want to attack us terrorists. Well, that's because they are the very dictionary definition of terrorists. What else would you call them?
All Muslims who fight back against us terrorists. We get to attack all of our neighbors. They attacked Syria again today. We get to break all the...
Oh my God. We get to attack all our neighbors. They attack Syria again today. Yeah, guys, Syria, there's nothing happening in Syria. Syria is just minding its own business. It's completely peaceful there. But Israel is like, hey, let's just go attack Syria for no goddamn reason at all. It's just lovey dovey, kumbaya, rainbows and butterflies in Syria, and everything is just going good. And Israel just has to come in and just ruin it for everybody, huh? It's just like there's just everything is just going peacefully. It's not like the Jews are being attacked. It's not like the Islamic Republic is trying to revive its proxies in Syria, trying to create a bridge between the Islamic Republic and the borders of Israel to attack Israelis. None of that is happening. Israel was like, hey, Israel is just sitting back there. We're like, oh, these people, they're happy and they're building their country and everything is turning out well. We don't like that. We don't like to see other people happy. Let's just go bomb Syria because we just hate to see people rebuilding things and being happy. That is what Israel is doing. Like, oh, let's just go there for no goddamn reason. Oh, just because they're our neighbor. What the hell? That's what's happening, according to Cenk. God damn it.
Laws. We get to commit war crimes. And I'm telling you right now, just like the Germans,
we get to commit war crimes. Yeah, that's the position of Israel. Israel, the country which has done more than any other country in the history of warfare to try to reduce civilian casualties. These anti-Israelis act as if they're intentionally going and trying to commit as many war crimes as possible. That's just their official policy. Like, hey guys, have we committed enough war crimes today? We're trying, sir. We're like, look, we have covered most of them here. Like, that's not good enough. Get your war crime quota for today, guys, or else you're gonna be fired. Okay, that's again. that's what they think. That's what they think, guys. I don't even know why. Like, we're arguing with these guys. They're just too stupid. Oh my god. All right, sure.
You do not have the right to commit war crimes, to commit a genocide, to kill all those children. Israel is now one.
Commit war crime. Yeah, Israel, first of all, in every war, obviously there are going to be some soldiers who do commit war crimes, right? It cannot be avoided. But Israel has done more than other countries to try to reduce them as much as possible. And let me actually respond to the genocide accusation as well. But let me see. We got a super chat. Thank you, guys. By the way, I will read super chats during the show if I do get them. Any super chats. Angry Keyboard Warrior with the super chat saying, as a college student, I observe pro-Palestinians constantly glorifying militant actions. We don't glorify military actions and killing, but just show Israeli flags, hostage posters, yet they call us pro-genocide. Yes. Yeah, it's very interesting. That's a very good point, Angry Keyboard Warrior. By the way, thank you for going into those protests and having a Israeli flag with you. That's very brave of you, and I appreciate you doing that. That's amazing. Good job, Angry Keyboard Warrior. But it's, history would look back at this. History would look back at this and be amazed how so many people couldn't see which side is pro-genocide. People are accusing Israel of genocide while the other side is clearly the pro-genocide part. And Israel is trying to stop a genocide. It's so crazy how opposite everything is. But let's continue. Oh, let me actually see this genocide part, because let's actually address this genocide accusation, right? Guys, you guys want to respond to this? Because we have already done this before. Let's try it again.
To commit a genocide, to kill all those children. Israel is now one of the most monstrous states I have ever seen in my life.
To kill all those children, as if Israel is going to Gaza trying to kill children on purpose. I mean, we know that that's not the case, given that Israel has managed to break the record of the lowest civilian to combatant casualties in urban warfare compared to any country. They have completely beaten United States or any other country, which shows that they have done more than other people to try to reduce civilian casualties. But obviously, in every war, you will have civilian casualties, and especially in Gaza, where half of the population are children. Obviously, the number of children they're dying is going to be more. But the fact that Israel has managed to get an almost 1-to-1 civilian to combatant ratio of civilian death in an area in the world where the population density is ranked number 2, the second highest population density in the world, and where your enemy doesn't wear a uniform and and your enemy uses human shields, that is something that the whole world should be congratulating the IDF for being the most humane and the most ethical army in the whole world for achieving that. That's insane that Israel has managed to achieve that. And so obviously they're not killing children on purpose. With those numbers, you could obviously tell that they're not killing children on purpose. The murderer of those children is Hamas. Is Hamas, obviously. And they have admitted it. They admit that they are trying to increase civilian casualties, and they celebrate that, and they want that. Mothers in Gaza admit that they give birth so that they could become martyrs, so that the children could be martyrs. But when it comes to the genocide part, I really want to address this genocide accusation. But let me actually finish this video, and then I'll address the genocide accusation.
Time they commit endless terrorism. They rob the American people of our money to rob Palestinians of their land.
Yeah, okay. So let me actually address this genocide accusation. So genocide is the deliberate and systematic destruction of a national, ethnic, racial, or religious group. Okay, so first of all, obviously these people have nothing to show the intention part, the deliberate part. And many people have focused on that, like how could you tell that is, I mean, obviously when you have such low numbers of civilians dying compared to combatants, that shows that removing the population, eliminating the population is not the goal. I mean, those are very high numbers when it comes to it being a tragedy, those people, civilians dying. But those are very low numbers if you want to actually reduce the population. Okay, so let me make it very, very clear, because a lot of people might not understand what I'm saying. If I say those are very low numbers, a lot of people think that I'm suggesting that the civilian lives don't matter. No, when it comes to civilian lives mattering and this being a tragedy, obviously those are very, very, very high numbers. But those are very low numbers if the intention is to eliminate a population. You have a population of 2 million people, and Israel, I think, Israelis are good at math. Okay, given how many, I think they could do the calculation. If they were trying to get rid of this population, 60,000, 100,000 people dying in this period, where they even had more children in that period than the number of people who died, obviously it's not doing anything to get rid of this population. So if they are trying to do genocide, then Israelis are really bad at genocide. They're stupid. The Israelis are stupid because they have a plan that obviously would not work. Apparently, Israelis cannot count. They cannot do math. They cannot tell that this is not going to at all, in any shape or form, eliminate a population. So either Israelis are not trying to commit genocide, or if they are trying to commit genocide, they're just the worst genociders of the history of genocides, and they cannot count. They cannot tell that that this is not going to work. Right? It's one of these two. Which one is it? Like, am I getting this right? I saw a super chat. I will respond to it soon. Thank you for the super chat. But let me just get my thoughts about the accusation of genocide. So that's one point, and then let me look at this other point. But let's say that they are trying to commit genocide. but they're just really. Oh, wait! I forgot. Another point is that if Israel wanted to commit genocide, it would be so easy based on the weapons they have to really increase the number of people they're killing in Gaza. Really increase. Like if you actually go look at their operation and the places that they're bombing and getting most people out of an area before they bomb it, you could easily, like Israel could actually get those numbers up to more than 1 million in 24 hours really easy based on the weaponry they have. So it's very strange that given that if the accusation is that they're trying to commit genocide, why are they not actually using the things that would make this very easy for them to remove that population, right? So obviously that doesn't make any sense. But another thing to consider is, let's look at the definition now. Let's say they actually are trying to commit genocide. They're just really bad at counting, or they just don't know how to do it. But let's look at the categories that you have to be trying to destroy. So it's genocide is the deliberate and systematic destruction of a national, ethnic, racial, or religious group. Which one of these are we talking about, guys? So is there anybody here in the chat that thinks that Israel is committing a genocide? And if so, which one of it is it? Is it national, ethnic, racial, or religious group? Anybody in the chat can tell me? Let me read I will get to the super chat. Somebody saying, "Are you Israeli?" No, I'm Iranian. Wait, can you guys not see my flag? Did I? Yeah. Okay, look at my flag. I'm Iranian. Anybody could tell? No. If you think that Israel is trying to commit a genocide, which one of it is it? Oh, guys, the voice from the debate is too high. Maybe I could reduce the audio, or maybe I could bring the mic a little bit closer. Huh? My mic. Let me see my audio. Can I boost my audio? No, my audio is as loud as it could get. I don't know what else to do. Edit mic setting. Oh, I can increase my audio. Do you guys want me to increase my audio, or is it fine? All right, let me actually answer this myself because nobody's giving me an answer. They do not know Armin. Okay, Jenny's saying they do not know Armin. They only repeat talking points. Oh, it's fine. My audio is fine. Okay, good. People are saying it's fine. All right, so let's actually consider each one of them. The destruction of what nationality? There is no nation of Palestine. And I will get back to that. There is no nation of Palestine. There is no national identity. There is no national group called Palestinian. So let's look at ethnic. Ethnic, these people are Arab. There are 22 Arab countries, and they're also Arabs, citizens of Israel, who enjoy equal rights to all other citizens of Israel. So the it cannot be that they're trying to remove the Arabs, given how well they treat Arab Israelis, giving them equal rights. Many Arabs in Israel are proud to be Israelis. And more, ever since October 7th, the sense of Israeli pride among Arabs in Israel has increased. So that doesn't make any sense. They're not trying to remove the Arabs, given that 20% of Israel is Arab. Religious group is the same thing. There are many Israeli Muslims, and there are Muslims all around the world. Obviously, by killing Gazans, you're not going to be able to destroy the Muslim group or the Arab group, given that most of the Arabs and most Muslims are outside of Gaza. So ethnic, racial, religious, and again, 20% of Israel is Arab and Muslim. I know there are Arab Christians too, guys, in Israel, so don't come at me. And Arab atheists. So the only one that remains, so ethnicity doesn't make any sense given the Arab Israelis and Arabs around the world. Racial, religious group, none of this makes sense. So if you want to if you want to accuse Israel of genocide, you have to focus on national group. You have to pretend that Palestine is a Palestinian is a national group, and that's the group. That's what they want to destroy. They want to destroy the national group called Palestinian. And guys, I have said on this channel many times that Palestinian is a fake identity, and that Palestinian does not refer to a nation. It just refers to a terroristic intention against Israel. And today I actually found a source for this that you guys could use. And I'm so happy that I found this, because I could not believe that they actually admitted this. I have been saying, guys, how many years has it been? No, it hasn't been 1 year. How many months has it been since I have been telling you? I think shortly after October 7th, I came to the conclusion that the Palestinian is not a thing. It's not a national identity. It's only a terroristic identity, right? Let me see. But I have found a source for you guys that shows how correct I was about this. Do you guys want to hear this? Let me see. So we have. Do you guys know what I want to say? Do you guys know what I want to say? I have such a beautiful source of a quote for you guys that you guys should be so impressed regarding how correct I was about this after I read this for you. So my source is Zahir Mohsen, which was a senior member of the PLO. Zohair, I think it's Zohair. Zohair Mohsen, a senior member of the PLO, which he led the faction from around 1971 until his assassination in 1979. So these are the founders, these are the founders of the so-called Palestinian cause. Wow, we got another super chat. I will read the 2 super chats that I got right after I finish this. Okay, so this is obviously a key person to the people responsible for the whole Palestinian movement. Okay, so let me read this quote from you guys. If you haven't heard this before, prepare to be mind blown. Okay. Or somebody saying you're guessing, so you don't know anything. No, the reason why I'm guessing is because the name is written in English. But if I see the name, and also I discovered this quite recently, if I see the name written in Arabic, it's going to be easier for me to read it properly. So let me read the name. Yep, I read the name in Arabic now. Is Zohair Mohsen. So now it's easier for me to read, because when they write it in English, it's going to be harder for me to know exactly how it's pronounced. All right, so let me tell you. So this is obviously a key person, one of the founders of the Palestinian cause. Do you guys know exactly what I'm going to say? I wonder if I want to see how many people are shocked by this. Okay, so this is what he said. In March 31st, 1977, he said, "The Palestinian people does not exist. There is no difference between Jordanians, Palestinians, Syrians, and Lebanese." Again, let me repeat. The Palestinian people does not exist. There is no difference between Jordanians, Palestinians, Syrians, and Lebanese. We are all part of one people, the Arab nation. It gets better. Guys, are you loving this? It gets better. Again, this is not me saying. This is one of the main leaders of the PLO, the founders of the Palestinian cause. Okay, look at this. It's saying, it continues. Just for political reasons, we carefully underwrite our Palestinian identity. Yes, the existence of a separate Palestinian identity exists only for tactical reasons. It gets worse. It gets better. Guys, are you impressed how correct I was about all of this? Look at this. I didn't even know about this quote. I just recently discovered it, okay? Let me continue. Just for political reasons, we carefully underwrite our Palestinian identity. Yes, the existence of a separate Palestinian identity exists only for tactical reasons. Once we have acquired all our rights in all of Palestine, we must not delay for a moment the reunification of Jordan and Palestine. This is about either all of Arabs or all of Islam. So we have the Pan-Arabists, which the PLO originally was, and then we have the Islamists, which Hamas is. There is no Palestinian cause. The Palestinian identity is a lie. They admitted it. It's either about Pan-Arabism. I mean, Pan-Arabism is dead even after, Jamal Abdel Nasser. But it's either about Pan-Arabism or more recently about Islamism. There is no such thing as a Palestinian identity. They made it up. So there's the third option. So it's either Pan-Arabism, Islamism, or leftist anti-imperialism. It's one of these things. The Palestinian name is a lie used for one of these three things: Pan-Arabism, Islamism, or leftist anti-imperialism. And what all of these three share, is anti-Jewish hatred. They all have that in common. The Pan-Arabist, the Islamist, and the leftist anti-imperialist. They all, what brings them together is their hatred for Jews. Somebody saying they made up Israel. It's funny how somebody says they made up Israel, given that the Muslims themselves who are attacking Israel, in their holy book, it mentions Israel. In their ancient holy book. Hey guys, ask a Muslim, how many times does the Quran mention Israel? And then ask them, how many times does it mention Palestine? The answer is 0. Okay. This is such a good gut shoe to Muslims who want to defend Palestine. Like, hey, Israel should not exist, only Palestine. Okay, let's open your Quran. Wait, let me actually respond to super chats. Let me actually put it on my phone because it's hard to read it from all the way there. Okay, so not for resale saying, I saw the bridge. I saw the bridge crowd in Sydney recently. It got me thinking, where is the money coming from? The mask trend has Nazis in Australia out in force as well. I don't know. I think the figuring out where the funding is coming from requires investigation, but I think that much of it is going to somehow be tied indirectly either to Islamic Republic or Qatar or some communist groups. So some leftist communist groups. It's usually one of these. It's either Islamic Republic or Qatar or some organizations that are leftist, something like that. But that's a good question, and I think maybe I should do some more digging into that. And we got, but a nice message. Again, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I like your logo. I like your profile pic. And you're saying Javid Shah. I mean, somebody with that username saying Javid Shah makes me so happy. Guys, I'm so honored that you guys are saying Javid Shah. And, non-Iranians saying Javid Shah is one of the things that I'm so proud of having done. Okay, that you guys are amazing. Thank you for saying that. That's very sweet. And thank you for supporting this channel. And then we got another super chat saying, Nail Bunny saying, hi Armin, I'm driving. Oh, don't drive and type. Oh, you're driving AP. Oh my god, really? Saying I'm driving AP around the UK tomorrow. Really, Nail Bunny? Can you say I said hi? Nail Bunny, can you say I said hi? Don't say hi. Say I miss him. That's more emotional. Okay. Tell AP that Armin said I miss him. Tell him that I enjoy talking to him. I enjoy hanging out with him and I miss him. Okay. Tell him that. Can you tell him that, Neil Bunny? Are you still here? Okay, I will. Oh, you said I will. Thank you. And thank you for your super chat. And then we got another super chat from Shauna saying, Armin, the chat keeps saying that there is so much free Palestine land. I guess they're just giving it away for nothing. Great investment opportunity. Guys, should we go get some? I mean, they're saying free Palestine. Some of it is right. Some of it is right at the, I don't know. Some of it is beach property. I might get tempted. You're right. There's some guys. Should we just all? Maybe we could just make that entire land the atheist republic. If they keep offering it for free. You're right, Shana. Should we just go take that entire area and make it the atheist republic? I mean, why are they complaining? They say, like, why is Israel now completely coming here and occupying Gaza? Because you offered it for free. You constantly are shouting, going everywhere, shouting free, free Palestine. Somebody had to come and take your offer at some point. God damn it, man. Why are you surprised? Pikachu face. Like we said, free, free Palestine. Somebody came, took it, and like Pikachu face. All right, let's go to the second video. Wait, where is this? Did I do that one already? Yes, I did that. Let me go to the second video of Cenk. Cenk. Am I pronouncing his name right? I don't even know. What is this one? Let's play this one. Guys, by the way, guys, did you enjoy how I dismantled the genocide accusation? Because I basically showed you that even if you think that they're doing this unintentionally to trying to destroy a population, which obviously they're not, the numbers show that they're not. But what group, based on the definition of genocide, they're supposed to be destroying either a national identity, an ethnic identity, a racial identity, or a religious group. Sorry, a national group, an ethnic group, a racial group, or a religious group. Obviously, it cannot be religious, racial, or ethnic because they have all of that in Israel, and there are way more people than that around the world than the ones in Gaza. So the only one left for you is national. And now I have the very founders of the Palestinian cause admitting that there is no such thing, that the Palestinian people do not exist, that this is just a tactical political strategy to get what they want. I mean, this leader of PLO is obviously, based on what he's saying, more of a pan-Arabist. He wants to have an Arab nation of all Arabs, not a Palestine. They don't care about Palestine. They want to have they wanted to have an entire Arab nation, and Israel was in the way of that. And now the Islamists want an Islamic caliphate, or if they're Shia, an Islamic imamate. And they can't have that either because of Israel. Hopefully one day we could say because of Israel and Iran, but right now we can only say they can't have that because of Israel. And it's not about Palestine. They made it up. It's just the fake Palestine identity is just a temporary. So given that doesn't exist, so your entire definition of genocide would not apply, even if Israel was deliberately trying to kill as many people as possible, because there is none of these groups, will apply. So it doesn't fit the definition of genocide at all. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I think this is a very key point that I made. I hope you guys appreciate how good that point was. I need you guys to understand what I said. Somebody's saying, why waste your energy on something you cannot impact in any way? Well, I think we have all of us here and many other people everywhere have an impact. If so many people are attacking Israel, if we stand up and push back against it, that's a huge impact. Let me see. We got another super chat saying, let me read it from my phone because my screen is too far away. Saying, apparently the louder I am, the more correct I am. Cenk Uygur and Anna Kasparian. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind that they're loud if they were correct, but they're not correct. But yeah, thank you. Oh, we got another super chat saying you need to do an episode on the proposed Gaza occupation plan. See my prior super chat at the end of the Gaza ceasefire stream for brief analysis. Gaza ceasefire stream. See my prior super. Where's your prior super chat? Remember, at the end of the Gaza ceasefire stream for the. Can you mention it again? I don't. I'm not gonna. It's so hard to go find a super chat from a stream on another show. I have my plan. I give you the Armin plan. You know what? I'm gonna write an article regarding my plan, and it involves occupying Gaza and holding on to it. I think that's a good thing. I hope they never let it go ever again. Israel should never let go of Gaza. Drew is saying, "Oh, thank you so much. We got another super chat by Drew. Drew is saying, Drew is saying it's interesting how Sunnis and Shias reach beyond the sectarian divide in hatred and opposition. Feel some positive vibes. Everyone think cute puppy vibes without Islam killing it. Yeah. I mean, it brings them together. Their hatred. You know, the main thing in Islam that is supposed to unite Muslims is Tawheed, but as we see most of the time, that Tawheed, Tawheed, which is supposed to be the main unifier, Tawheed means the oneness of God. We actually see that they disagree. They have a lot of disagreements over Tawheed, right? That's supposed to be their main unifier. But we have learned over these years that actually their main unifier is hatred for Jews. Okay, we got another super chat by I wish I could read your name. Saying C in Turkish is pronounced like J. His name is Cenk. Comes from the Persian word jang, which means war. Yeah, I know it. Okay, wow. I didn't know that. So Cenk is Jang? That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Well, now I think he has a cool name. God damn it. He doesn't deserve to have such a cool name. All right. Let me actually play this one because I'm supposed to leave soon. But guys, after I finish the show, I'm gonna go live on my own personal channel. This is my personal channel. On my personal channel, I don't talk about politics. I don't talk about Islam, politics. On my personal channel, I'll talk about ways to make money using technology and selling online, right? And AI. I talk about that, and starting from zero, because I recently have had a lot of success, and I share my journeys and my methods there with a small audience. That channel is very small, so the chat is usually not that busy, so I get to talk to the people in the chat more. But my next stream, which is on my personal channel, Armin Navobi, you could search on YouTube for Armin Navobi, and that channel will come up. It's going to start in about 30 minutes, and that live stream, the title of that live stream is "Turn Any Problem into a Profitable Online Business." So that's what I'm talking about on my personal channel. But let's actually do this one video more. Do another video, and then we could go hang out in my personal channel for people who are interested in that type of topic. Let's play this. Wait, let's go from the beginning. Yeah,
brutalizing them. 58 years. You've kept them in a dark dungeon. Now, Israel turns around, pretends to be the Jewish state, and says, I speak for all Jews. No, you don't. You don't speak for my Jewish friends. You don't speak for my Jewish family. And you've actually greatly tainted them. And I despise Israel for that. Now Israel says, we get to starve children to death. We get to burn them to death. We get to crush their skulls. No, you have become what you most despise. So please stop. I know that there's nothing we could do because you bought every single politician in America, but I'm asking you to have morality and remember your Jewish faith, which is a wonderful faith that is giving and generous and talks in Passover about even having mercy for the people who kept you as slaves. Can you not have mercy for the people that you are keeping as slaves?
Okay.
How long are you going to occupy them? Okay. Answer that question. How long are you going to occupy them?
Okay. So, first of all, those accusations are obviously false. That they tried to kill them, brutalize them. Blah. Like, obviously, nobody has ever shown that being the intention or the plan of the Israel to go do such things. That's absolutely insane. But let me actually address two of the things that he mentioned that many people talk. He said we cannot do anything because Israel has bought all our politicians. First of all, Israel actually sucks at lobbying. They should be lobbying more. A lot of people, Israel is good at so many things, but they're bad at lobbying and they're bad at media for some reason, right? So Israel is good at science, entrepreneurship, technology, economy, finance, entrepreneurship. Oh my god, so entrepreneurial. Israel is very entrepreneurial, okay? But for some reason, the very thing that Israel gets accused of being good at by anti-Israelis are the things that they suck at. Well, one of them is that Israel needs to do a much better job presenting its case on different media, and they're not. So they people accuse Israel of controlling the media, but it's actually the other way around. Israel has not done a good job in basically having any much of an influence over the narrative. In fact, the people who control the media are anti-Israelis, not Israel. And Israel is actually, when it comes to lobbying, first of all, lobbying is not this evil thing, right? Lobbying is basically spending resources to make sure that you get the correct information to the politicians that are supposed to make decisions. And every country does that except Israel. Okay, so Israel doesn't have that. Israel, APAC is basically, given how absent Israel has been in lobbying, it was just the Jewish Americans who just started APAC. So those are Americans. That's not even Israel. But guess what? Other countries have their own lobby groups, like Canada, China, so other Mexico. They actually have lobby groups that are directly tied to the government. So this is not something evil. It's not buying the politicians. It's just basically spending resources and professional to make sure the politicians have the information that you want them to have. That's what lobbying is, if done correctly. And Israel is not doing that, and they should be doing that. So the very thing that they accuse Israel of is something that Israel should actually be doing that it's not. APAC is completely American. It's not, yeah, exactly. Somebody's saying APAC is American, not Israeli. Other countries have lobbies that are actually connected to the government of those countries. We don't have that with Israel. We have APAC, which is fully American. So that's one lie that he said. But what was the thing at the end? I forgot. Oh, the occupation part. Let me actually address that as well, and then we'll go to my personal channel. Hold on. Wait, where's it not playing?
And generous, and talks in Passover about even having mercy for the people who kept you as slaves. Can you not have mercy for the people that you are keeping as slaves?
Okay.
How long are you going to occupy them?
Okay.
Answer that question. How long are you going to occupy them? Brutalizing.
Wait, how long are you going to? Oh, yeah, that's the part that I wanted to respond. How long are you going to occupy them? I wish, I should spend more time talking about this occupation lie. Israel left Gaza. Israel allowed the people in Gaza, and this is, by the way, this is again why Israelis should never again leave these areas. So Israel did not intend to occupy Gaza. Israel left Gaza in 2005, giving that land to the people in Gaza, saying, here's the land that you wanted. Unconditionally gave them that land. Israel could have and had every right to hold on to that land, but for the sake of peace gave up on Gaza. And look at the results. The results should convince every single Israeli that once you recapture Gaza, you should never let go of it ever again. And in fact, let that be a lesson to you so that you never let go of the West Bank either. Never let go of the West Bank. Look at what happened when you let Gaza go. Israel wanted to let Gaza go, give it to the people there to run it for the sake of peace. And what happened? They destroyed all of the investments that Israel had made in that land. Everything that was made by Israel there that they could have now used for economic development, because it was made by the Jews, they destroyed it. By the way, when Israel let go of Gaza, and they by force they sent their own military, they sent the IDF into Gaza to get the Jews out of Gaza by force against their wishes. I still remember watching those videos. I was shocked. I could not believe that the IDF is in Gaza, basically dragging Jews on the ground. They were kicking and screaming. People were kicking and screaming. IDF soldiers was basically taking the Jews out of Gaza. And not only that, they went and dug their dead bodies that were buried there, and they basically removed their bones, and they got the Jew bones out of Gaza as well. So basically, Gaza was completely Jew free, dead or alive, right? And what did the people in Gaza do? They destroyed everything that Israel had built in Gaza that they could have used for economic development, and they voted in a government called Hamas that their main selling point for getting voted in was that we will destroy Israel. And people voted for Hamas because that was they were promising. Not the promises were not that we will build Gaza. The promises were not that we will make your lives better. The promises were that we will destroy Israel. They voted for Hamas, and Hamas came into power. And immediately when Hamas came into power, the very first thing they did is that they declared war on Israel with the goal of annihilating Israel. So, and the thing that you call occupation or blockade is basically the blockade that people call, that they mentioned blockade, right? Was basically Israel defending its borders against a state that has declared war against it. I mean, if you have a border with a state that is declaring war on you, obviously it's your duty to defend your people and create. It's interesting because they called it a blockade on Gaza by Israel, but Egypt did the same thing. They closed down their borders, they built their walls, but they don't call it a blockade by Egypt. They realize that this is insanity and they need to defend their borders, but Israel is the only one that gets condemned. So it wasn't occupied. Israel was just defending itself against Hamas that declared war against it. And that's not an act of defense, because how is that an act of defense? Okay, Israel is defending itself. The Gazans were not defending themselves because Israel had every intention to just let them have that land, or else why would they leave? So obviously the people who started the war were Hamas. They were immediately after they came into power. And then after October 7th, the Israeli people have decided that, yeah, enough is enough. We have to go back in. We have to go back in and take this land away from them because they're using it constantly to kill us. So this is not occupation. It's not a blockade. It's not occupation. It's self-defense. And they started it. And these are the consequences. These are the consequences of making such bad decisions. Let me see. We got another super chat. Thank you, guys. So after I read the super chat, I'm going to go to my personal channel, talking about a smaller channel, much smaller audience there, talking to the chat there about business and ways to make money with not with content, but having your own business. Guys, it's so much easier these days to start a business. That's why we're talking about it on my personal channel, right? So let me see what the super chat is saying. Play to win is saying the definition of insanity is repeating the same action, expecting a different result. Exactly. And guys, I know I love Israelis, but you Israelis in the chat need to tell the other Israelis who want to let go of Gaza that this is insanity, okay? That you should not be repeating that. I know most of you Israelis here know exactly what's right. Please educate other Israelis who are trying to get your government to let go of Gaza. Maybe educate them with your own history. Tell them like, hey, do they not teach you your own country's history in school? Because if they do, you should remind them like, hey guys, we have done this before, right? Do you not see the results? Yeah. Jury 70 is saying we cannot keep Gaza. You can. I mean, there's no other way. Why can't you keep Gaza? Flying Robot Duck is saying everyone like the stream. Yes, please like the stream. Amit is saying to educate my parents. No way. I could not. no way I could do that. Oh yeah, don't do it in your home. Don't do it in your home. If you're doing any form of activism, keep it out of your house. Yeah, let your parents be. Don't shit when you eat. Oh, Amikai is saying Armin is beautiful. Well, my God. Well, thank you, Amikai. I am honored. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, somebody saying Gaza belongs to Israel. Yes, Gaza is Israel. Gaza is Israel. Gaza is Israel, and soon the world needs to accept that. Some saying, Armin, you are a liar. What am I lying? What are my lies? Oh, I'm saying you have the drip. Well, thank you. Oh, okay. Sure. Wow, Stephanie saying yes, very handsome. Oh my God. Okay, guys. Okay. I see how it is. I don't know. Well, okay, guys. All right, I'm gonna go, guys. This is too much. Oh, somebody's saying how does it belong to Israel? It belonged to the Ottomans before. Yeah, I mean, guys, I checked. Last time I checked, there is no Ottoman Empire anymore. Yes, it did belong to the Ottomans, but I think last time I checked the news, the Ottomans have fallen. So, am I right, guys, or are they still around? Are they still around? Is the Ottoman Empire still around? I haven't seen it on the news. Did they come? Did they have a comeback? So then we're good. Then we don't have to deal with them. Wow! Now so many people are saying I'm handsome. Okay, well, thank you, guys. Guys, if the Ottomans are back, then we have bigger problems. If the Ottoman Empire is back, then we have way bigger problems than I thought. Okay, we need to deal. Okay, no, Turkey is not the Ottoman Empire. Come on, guys. Somebody's saying, "Why do you support genocide?" Let me think about that. Because I don't. Yeah, somebody's saying, "Stop the genocide." I agree. That's why Israel is fighting Hamas to try to stop the genocide. If you want to fight genocide, support Israel. If you want to stop genocide, support Israel, because Israel is the main force in the world that is fighting the leading causes of genocide. Somebody saying, a royal sheikh is saying, you're not handsome. You look like a kid. What? So you're saying I look young? Well, thank you, royal sheikh. You're calling me young? Guys, I'm 41 years old, and this guy thinks I look like a kid. That's how young I look. Thank you. Oh, somebody's okay. Thank you, guys. All right, yeah. Yes, 41. I am 41. No, thank you. Some Mahi Ryan saying, Armin, if girls saying you are handsome, you're handsome, bro. Know that. Well, hey, if guys say that, I take it from guys. I accept that as well. No biases here. Yeah, I thought Armin was in his 30s. Nope, 41. I'm 41. I take good care of myself, guys. I drink a lot of water. I sleep well. I get my 10,000 steps every day, and I do weightlifting. That's why I look in my 30s, even though I'm 41. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go to my. Oh wait, Wombat, Murder Wombat saying. He just wishes he was as adorable as you are, man. Oh my God, Moral Wombat, you're too kind. Oh my God, I'm getting shot. I'm gonna go, guys. Stop it now. Stop it. Okay, I'm gonna go. Guys, thank you guys. All right, don't forget to like the stream, don't forget to subscribe, make sure you hit the bell notification and leave a comment after the show is over to support this channel. And if you want, come to my personal channel. We're gonna go live there in about 25 minutes. And I'm Israel Chai, Javid Shah. Mwah. Bye guys.